been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.
What's going on, guys? Tristan and Tony back with another episode of the One Hell of a Life Outdoor Podcast. It is February 10th, weekend of Super Bowl Sunday. Duck season's over, and we got some stuff to talk about. What's going on?
Well, number one, dude, just like that, 60 days.
Yep.
I mean, snap.
Mm-hmm.
Snap. Now, I know some of our fellow grinders out there, and I'm talking about private and public land folks, you know, you're like, dude, I'm ready for season to be over with. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there. I am not. And now I've got FOMO about next season.
Yeah, right.
You know, so now, but no, it was a fun season, man. And it looks like a lot of people got after him really good. Just my kind of what I've seen on the internet this year. And congrats to all you. You know, I see a lot of first timers out there this year. A lot of good positive messages being promoted throughout the waterfowl community, and I think that's a great effort of everybody, you know, getting together on the same page, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like the energy.
Yeah, no, and kind of to piggyback on that, it seemed like there was a lot of cool stuff out about, you know, the vets hunts that all across the, you know, I saw obviously our hunt, and then, you know, I saw Williamson had a good successful hunt there at Williamson Outfitters, and then also the youth hunts. You know, I've been seeing a lot of good youth hunt stuff across the board from Florida and Arkansas, and yeah, it seems like people had, you know, a good wrap to the season as far as that goes too.
Yeah. No, I just love the positive message. It just seems like social media is taking a bit of a turn, and we're starting to overpower jackasses out there and stuff, you know. But I mean, while we're talking about it, you know, duck season, they always say, you know, next season starts the day after season closes, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of us. And, you know, there's a lot of planning that goes into the things that we do, you know, especially here with the Zero Duck 30, Zero Buck 30, you know, and the podcast. You know, Tristan and I start planning stuff now, you know, because that's the only way that we are able to bring you guys the things that we do is I mean, we're virtually planning stuff months and months in advance. We're working on some really cool ideas that we're going to be exploring, and hope to have something really cool come out of that. And we're going to keep that quiet until we bring it to fruition. And but yeah, no, it really starts today. And you know, I know all of you guys, I'm going to start seeing duck boats for sale, and I'm going to see decoys and all that stuff, you know, but yeah, that's a wrap. But the cool thing is that if you're really addicted, you get to go right in from this to
turkey season. Yeah, there's a lot.
No, snow goose season.
Oh shit.
no, but no, snow goose is here. So number one, if you have not snow goose hunted, you got to do it. It's an incredible experience. If you want to see some stuff like National Geographic, at least seabirds like that, it's pretty incredible, especially like if you've been just like a Canadian goose hunter. And I know you see a lot of geese, but this is on like epic proportions at times. And the opportunity to be able to get lucky enough to have a big spin come over you or something is pretty exciting. So
yeah, I'm still waiting to see that happen. You know, when I've been, I mean, you see them all over the place. You see them doing what, you know, everyone lives for. You know, you drive down the road and you see 10,000 snow geese in the field, and they're, you know, up spinning or whatever because the eagle got them up. But yeah, I've been out twice now and had some, you know, pretty good hunts, but like not, you know, Kade's always like, oh, this is nothing yet. You know, like you got to keep coming and wait until you get that crazy day where you shoot 100 or something, you know?
Yeah. No. And I think it's a good time to kind of make it, you know, we're always bringing you guys the reality. And here's the reality. All right. You know, just like sometimes we watch videos and we feel like, oh, well, if I don't shoot a 170-inch, 180-inch buck, my buck isn't nothing. Or if I don't shoot a pile of greenheads, my pile isn't nothing. Same thing when it comes to the snow geese stuff. What you are seeing on social media, folks, is everybody's best. All right. So when you do get lucky enough to have these big spins and that kind of thing, this isn't the norm. Okay. Mm-hmm. These birds are considered the smartest I've heard several people say this, that they're the smartest waterfowl, and really just kind of comes down to the amount of eyes they have. They're very smart, and especially the adults get really smart, and they're tough to hunt. They are, and I would say a realistic expectation, if you went out with any guide, even if you saw a big spin in the field next to you, I would say if you go out there as a group and shoot a good 10, 15 or something like that, that's a pretty good day, especially if you're just trafficking them in. But, you definitely have those days where, we shot that one year, we shot like 36 birds, and dude, I felt like we were shooting a lot of birds.
Yeah.
Like I felt like more than 36 fell.
Well, I think it was just, I don't even know if 10, 11 people or whatever. And, what came in, most of the birds that came in weren't getting out. And that was supposed to be on a feed, but then they ended up, not feeding, where they were going to feed. But luckily enough, we were still able to traffic enough birds to, make it a really good hunt. Yeah, no. And they're tough to hunt too, I know Kade was hunting a goose spread that we saw, a feed that we personally witnessed over a 2-day period grow from probably several hundred to tens of thousands. And it was almost deafening, the sound from them. And, Kade set up, had permission in the field right next to him. I mean, like literally across the road. And they didn't even have a single goose come by. I mean, they saw them, but not a single one would even come in and work. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show you how tough it is,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So one thing that's kind of came up, if you guys have been following along with us, that Tristan and I with our personal jobs and stuff, Tristan's moved into a new position, and which is great, and then I'm still on the search, so. I might as well go and do what I like to do, and I'm going to go out and start guiding some snow goose hunts for Kade. I'll be out there pretty much from, here and there from next week to the end of the month, coming back as I need to, for interviews and things like that. So, but I'm excited to get out there and learn more about it. So I'm going to be boots on the ground and working my ass off. So,
yeah, no, it's a good way to, what else?
In the outdoors, every detail counts. See sharper, aim clearer. From the river's edge to the heart of the flooded timber, Hook and Bullet has your vision covered. Hook and Bullet's purpose-built optics are flawlessly crafted to give you an edge regardless of your outdoor pursuit. Use code ZeroDuck30 for 15% off a pair of Hook and Bullet sunglasses today.
Else are you going to do? Sit around here and keep, you can do all the same stuff, apply for jobs and, do Zoom interviews or whatever, from Arkansas. So you might as well spend the time, doing something fun.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of sitting on the couch, I'll be standing in a bean field full of mud.
Yeah, right.
But no, I'm excited about getting out there and learning more about that, because it's definitely, now that I've been just like kind of mentally preparing and stuff for do that. I was like, it's a different. You're in a different seat when you're the guide, and I've guided professionally a lot of things, but the thing is that people are counting on you to do a great job for them, and there couldn't be better people at Delta Thunder to do that. I mean, from Kade, if you get a group with me, you're going to see same thing from me. I'm going to get out there and bust my ass for you, and we're going to try to make it the best thing possible, but. Just to wrap up the whole thing about the reality of snow goose, just understand it's not like you see on social media all the time.
Yeah.
So.
No, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And then that kind of takes us into, just what we do to fill the time until duck season and deer season come around, and it's fishing when we can, spending days on the lake and drinking beer and running around, I guess, chasing a turkey or something,
Yep. No, we're definitely going to be chasing some turkeys. If you guys haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it, but we got a little video on there. I said that it was our first spring gobbler. We both shot a turkey before, but it was during fall archery season in Missouri and Illinois. But no, we hunted this thing. And it took a strategy. It was public land with lots of people walking through, his boot tracks always. But these turkeys got smart enough to go out and feed in this field during the middle of the afternoon, 2-3 o'clock time frame. And, that's when they knew people wasn't walking through. And Tristan and I patterned them and hunted them for, I don't know, what was 2 weeks?
No, it was like 3 or 4 days.
But I thought it was like separated over because there was a couple days we couldn't go and stuff like that. But anyway, long story short, we patterned them over several scouts and hunts and finally ended up no calling because they just wouldn't respond to calls at all. We learned that the very first day. And I don't know if you got something against using a ground blind to turkey hunt, but I think you're an idiot if you do, because you're probably the same person sitting in a muddy deer blind.
Nah, the thing is the way we killed that turkey, which, it was a mature bird for public land. I mean, it's, almost 11-inch beard. I think like inch and something spurs, inch and a quarter, inch and a half spurs, so it's a really mature bird for, public land. I'm sure it's been hunted before. And,
yeah,
the thing with turkey hunting that you find out so many people love is like that game of back and forth with calling and stuff. And when people get that kind of like stigma about hunting them in the blind, it's like, oh, well, you're not really getting what, the turkey experience is about, which like, I get that side of it too, because I did, it was fun, but like, I do want to see the side of it where you're playing the game with the turkey and, you end up calling them in and that's how you kill them. So, that was, that's just kind of the other side of that coin. But the reason we joke and say it was our turkey is because over the course of us hunting it for, several days, one evening we got close, and I don't know that it was the same turkey, but, it could have been a few gobblers around there. And long story short, me and my dad both ended up, this turkey didn't, like something and was out there about 50 yards or something. And we both shot through the brush and missed. So it kind of became like our mission that we need to figure out how to kill this turkey.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that, I'm actually kind of happy that worked to our advantage doing that, just because I think it kind of goes back to our deer skill sets and stuff like that as far as patience goes. And so to me, I was just hunting that turkey the way that it had to be hunted.
Right.
And never before.
Which, yeah, it wouldn't have been killed the other way.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been. I don't care what you've done. So what do? Just say, no, I'm not hunting that turkey.
Yeah.
To me, I'm going to do whatever strategy on whatever waterfowl, deer, whatever, to give myself the best advantage. And sometimes you got to stalk a big buck to kill it. Sometimes you got to, freaking, come up with some crazy spread to get the ducks to fall in. Sometimes you got to not call, all these different things. So I think it just falls into the same category. And I'm happy that we learned the way we did, because it taught us a lot of patience.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. And that's when you got to sit there and watch a turkey for 2 hours, like not even joking, 2 hours feeds incrementally closer to you. It definitely takes some patience.
Well, especially over the course of the days, we're getting out there. It's hot as hell. We're getting out there, several hours in advance so that we're set up quiet and everything. And then you're just hoping that thing's going to walk out again. And it was a big patience buildup for sure.
Well, the first couple days what we ran into is like, we didn't get out there early enough, and then the turkeys were already out there, and we had figured out from the spot really the year before that like there's no way to try to move in on these turkeys. They're going to hear you or see. I mean, there's just no way. You're not going to close the gap 150, 200 yards to get on these turkeys. So
yeah, no, but we're looking forward to getting back out in the woods and doing that. And I know that Tristan, Katie's going to try to get out there this year, right?
Yeah, so our step cousin over in Alabama, we're going to try to figure out a hunt to get over there with him and hopefully get Katie on a turkey, because that's something she's wanting to do. And but I tell her, though, it's like she, gets so busy with work and everything else. I'm like, look, you got to like keep weekends open in April and May, March, April, May, or we're not going to make this happen. So I had to tell her like 2 months ago, like, all right, we got to figure out a weekend, if we're going to try to do this. So fingers crossed that'll work out. She's pretty lucky when she goes, so we'll see if the luck carries over to turkey hunting or not. Yeah,
she's going to have to, she's going to put that blonde hair in a ponytail. That turkey's going to see that and say, uh-oh, the assassin has arrived.
Yeah.
But she really is like, when you ask her, like, what do you want to hunt? She's like, oh, I want to hunt turkey, dude. She gets all, giddy about it. And I think it's hilarious. So
yeah,
hopefully she'll be able to get after that this year. So, but yeah, no, we got that. We got fishing coming up. If you're a crappie fisherman, you're starting to itch, I just went out back yesterday and tried my luck a little bit and just caught a bass that was completely white from being close to frozen. But everybody's got their eyes on what we do next. Man,
I'm just ready for freaking boat days.
Yeah, no, I am too. I'm ready to get out there on Lake Lanier and have some fun. But more importantly, guess what's coming up?
I don't know, but you're banging on a table.
Oh, let's go Chiefs again. How did we do it? I have no idea. I just want to tell everybody, all you haters out there, I said all season long, I'm like, dude, they just don't have it this year. They just don't have it. And, they were leading the league and drop passes and all kinds of crap. And I don't know, man, they just, resilience. It reminds me of like what the baseball Cardinals done so many times,
Yeah.
They just figure it out,
Yeah, no, it's just, truly finding a way to make it happen. And it just speaks to, Mahomes' greatness. And obviously that, it's every year they've done it. Like it's starting to look like the Patriots because it's like, it's always a different, Brady was so great because they could do it with so many different, renditions of a team, and years having a good receiver, years not having good receivers, years having a great defense, years not. So it's a testament to, that team for sure. And I think as far as the haters, for me personally, it's just turned into one of those things. It's like,
Williamson Outfitters, located along the beautiful Gulf Coast of Florida, is a premier guide service with lodging that provides incredible coastal duck hunting, gator hunting, fishing, gigging, scalping, and custom boat tours along Florida's forgotten coast. They are family owned and operated with over 200 years of combined experience hunting and fishing along this incredible stretch of Florida. Captain Chris Williamson runs a first-class operation. Fishing charters typically consist of inshore and nearshore fishing, targeting species such as tripletail, redfish, trout, mahi-mahi, also known as dolphin fish, shark, flounder, sheep's head, black drum, snapper, jacks, and mackerel. On a coastal duck hunt, you have an incredible chance at many rare species of diver ducks and several puddle duck species. Starting today, Chris is giving out a special offer for all One Hell of a Life listeners. 15% off springtime inshore fishing charters and flounder gigging trips when you type ZeroDuck15 in the comments section at checkout. Offer ends March 31st. And if you're ready to chase some ducks, booking is now available for the 24-25 duck season. Book your trip online at www.floridaducks.com or text Captain Chris at 850-251-8650.
The Patriots for all those years, it's like, oh my God, I'm sick of seeing the Patriots. And that's unfortunately what the Chiefs have kind of turned into. It's like they're just always there. You just want to see something different. But I just want to see a good football game, honestly. I don't really care who wins, but
yeah. No, what do they got? What's the favorite? And where they got it figured right now?
I don't know, but somebody told me 70% of the money in Vegas is on the Chiefs. Or not somebody told me. I heard that on Pardon My Take podcast.
It's they got San Fran as a 2-point favorite, and the over/under is right now 47.5.
Yeah.
So that seems about right. But no, dude, I'm excited. When you lose so many impact players, like when Tyreek left, everybody in the Chiefs went, because he's such an impact player, and then Pacheco steps up and just freaking. Dude, was that the announcer that said he's mad at the ground?
Yeah.
When he just runs so hard. He runs so hard. He's like he's mad at the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So they're just bringing a different energy level, and San Francisco's a good team.
Yeah.
With McCaffrey, he's scary, dude. That dude, he owns football games. So. I'm curious to see how, we do have a good matchup on the cornerbacks with the wide receivers. Deebo Samuel's going to be tough. But I imagine, I'm not sure if they're going to lock them man-to-man on those guys, if the Chiefs are going to be looking more in the zone. Have you heard, what the people are thinking, what kind of game plan that they're looking at?
Man, I don't know. I'm not in their locker room.
No, I know, but you usually follow that kind of stuff pretty tight, and they're talking about, everybody's always talking about different scenarios and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see. To me, it seems like they match up pretty good man-to-man on the receivers and the cornerbacks. So.
Yeah, I do know. I think the Chiefs got back. They got healthier, I think, at linebacker too, which is a big deal. And, their defense is solid, so hopefully they can, slow the roll there because, I mean, yeah, once McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle get going, it is hard to stop that offense. So, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting, but, you know, maybe the Mahomes magic will pull out there at the end.
Yeah, well, I was watching Maurice Jones-Drew and somebody else. They were on NFL Network yesterday, and they were talking about who's going to have a bigger game, Kittle or Kelsey. And they both just agreed, well, you know, I mean, Kelsey's just going to have a game, and Kittle will be in that shadow, unfortunately, no matter what Kelsey does. And he goes, dude, he's going to have like 150, 200-yard game, and he's going to be sitting in the shadow of Kelsey. You know what I mean? Just because he's so like a silent, deadly weapon for them. You know, he doesn't get all the fame that obviously Kelsey's getting and all this stuff. But
yeah, no, they got so much. Like Kelsey's kind of like the main focal point of that offense, you know, and Kittle's like another stud in the, you know, the whole offense that they got going on there. I mean, when you got 3 or 4 huge impact players on San Francisco's offense, you know, you definitely, you know, don't get the spotlight as much.
Yeah, for sure. So, no, but we're excited about that, and we're going to have family over, and we're going to do burgers, brats, and all that kind of stuff. So, excited about doing that. Tristan, what are you going to be doing today with the camera?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So, you know, I like doing all kinds of different stuff with just making videos. You know, to me, it's kind of like an art thing, and well, it is art, you know, and I enjoy doing different stuff. But today, so my uncle that lives here works at a tattoo shop up the road, and I've been telling him since he started working there, he's been tattooing for like 10 years. And I was like, hey, once you get in good with this shop, you know, talk to them about having me come out and just doing some content for, you know, for the hell of it. So I'm going to go out there and see what I can whip up behind the camera and come back and edit and hopefully make some cool content out of that. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. And I'm going to be working on my cover up. I got a, back in the day, you know, I've been a bone collector for a long time. All right, give it up to Michael Waddell. All right, but I've been following him since I remember like the earliest Realtree videos when he was a kid filming. You know what I mean? And it really kicked off when he started the Realtree road trips. But I had a bone collector tattoo on my shoulder. Well, I'm sorry, Mike, but I got to get something that's our brand on my shoulder. So I'm working on a cover up, see if I can kind of do something to get that covered up.
Nice. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I want to get more tattoos, but then you start getting responsibilities, and then you're like, well, that doesn't seem like a great idea to drop $1,000 on tattoos.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I get lucky with Ryan doing the ones he's done on me, so you know, I just make him do it because he's my brother-in-law.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Like, you will get nothing. You live here, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, maybe one day I'll tell him, like, all right, listen, I got this tattoo idea, and I'll do this much content for you.
That's right. No. Oh, dude. So anyway, but man, we'll catch up with y'all. Probably do a podcast, me reporting in during the snow goose time. I'm there, and we'll give you guys some updates of what's going on. If you're interested in the hunt, I'm not sure what Kade's got available because I know he's jam-packed, but it's worth a phone call, so you can message us, or you know, you can go on to Delta Thunder Outfitters on Instagram or Facebook and get Kade's number and hit him up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They should definitely do that if they're looking to, you know, come shoot some snow geese. Because you know, a lot of people hit us up like, yeah, man, we should connect on a hunt, and it's like when we're weekend warrior, it's hard to connect with people. But this would be a cool time, you know, share some time with you if Kade's got room. Yeah,
no, and if you're just sitting there like so many of us are, and season's over, you're like, man, dude, I can't go out and kill anything. You got to do this. So it's. I mean, I think Kade charges $200 a day, $40 for lodging if it's available. You can't not afford to do it for that price. It's and his prices are going up next year, so take advantage of it.
Yep, that's right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Just a quick, short podcast to check in, tell you what's going on, and yeah, it's one hell of a life.
That's right.
I've been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.